Hi, I'm Chad with Move For a Guitar. This lesson is from our series, How to Read Music for Guitar. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about dynamics. First off, if you like all the diagrams for this series, including the diagrams for this lesson, you can download our free e-guide, How to Read Music for Guitar. But I am working on it right now as I'm filming this lesson, so it might not be available as you're watching this lesson. If it is available, a link will pop up on the screen that'll allow you to download it. And like I said, it's free, so there's no reason not to download it when it is available. This is part 36 from our series, How to Read Music for Guitar. If you'd like to go back and start at the beginning, you can click the link on the screen. So dynamics in music refer to volume and intensity. And without dynamics, music can be really boring and just predictable. And some songs keep a fairly steady dynamic for an effect, but most music has quite a bit of dynamics to create interest. And in music notation, you have abbreviations that represent different dynamics to follow. And I've just created a horizontal line here representing what is softest down here and what is loudest down here to the right, just so you're able to visualize and quickly remember what these abbreviations mean. And this is in the e-guide, so you can always look it up if you need a reference. So the first thing you want to become familiar with is the P and the F. Those are kind of your starting points for soft and for loud. And P stands for piano and F stands for forte. And piano means to play soft and forte means to play loud. So like I said, these are kind of your two baselines to understand. P and F, piano and forte, soft and loud. And I put them here on this horizontal line because you're going to have abbreviations that represent softer than this and abbreviations that represent louder than this and abbreviations that fall between these two. And here are the most common abbreviations you're going to find. So below P, you can just start adding more P's. So you have PP, PPP. Above F, you can have FF, FFF, and it can keep going, but that's pretty uncommon. And then between P and F, you have MP and MF. So if you always remember P and F, piano and forte, soft and loud, if you want to make it softer, add more P's. If you want to make it louder, add more F's. In between that is MP and MF. So MF going down from F, MP going up from P. And so if we put those all written out so we can see what they mean, again you have your P and your F. P stands for piano and soft, F for forte and loud. Going down, by adding more P's, you have PP, which is pianissimo, which means very soft, PPP, which means pianissimo, which means very, very soft. So you can see if you just add more P's, you're just making it softer. And then if you go from F, from forte, two F's means fortissimo, which means very loud. FFF means fortissimo, which means very, very loud. So you can see if you just add more F's, you're making it louder. And then if you put an M in front of the P, that makes it a little louder than soft, so it's moderately soft. So it means mezzo piano. That's what the M stands for. Or if you put an M before the F, that means moderately loud, so you're actually going down in volume from loud, so it's moderately loud now, and that means mezzo forte. So again, if we look at them on the horizontal, adding P's makes it softer, adding F's makes it louder, putting the M's between them means moderately. So if you have an M before the P, it's louder, just a little louder than soft, so it's moderately soft. An M before the F is a little quieter than loud, so it's moderately loud. So it's a fairly easy concept to understand what those abbreviations mean once you see that written out that way. And like I said, your e-guide will have this written out and you can always refer to it. And the way you would see this in music would be written underneath the bars like this. So if you saw an MF, that means moderately loud, and that would carry through the whole piece. If you saw something like this, the first bar would be very soft, the next bar would be loud, the next bar would be soft, and then the last bar would be very soft again. So your dynamics would change all through this piece, unlike right here, your dynamics stayed the same the whole way. And it doesn't just have to go by bars, it could be under specific notes. I just wrote them under individual bars because you'll see that as well. And something else that you'll see, which is another dynamic marking, looks like these two symbols that I have written right here. And this one that opens up in the right hand direction is a crescendo, and this one which opens up to the left hand direction is a decrescendo or also known as a diminuendo. Or they could also be marked with abbreviations, just part of the word spelled out. And what these mean, a crescendo means to gradually get louder. That's why it's drawn this way. A decrescendo means the opposite, to gradually get softer. So that's why they're drawn this way. So you can kind of see you're starting small, getting big. So you can think of soft to loud. Or the opposite over here, you can think of starting big and getting small down here. So loud to soft. So for example, here you would go from very soft, gradually get louder till you got to this note, which would be loud. Or right here you'd start soft and gradually get softer until you got very soft on this note. And again, these don't have to be constrained to bars like I've drawn them. You'll see them that way, but they can go over bars as well. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You can see that going from very soft and building up to loud, or right here starting soft going down to very soft. And one problem that most guitarists have when they're, especially when they're starting out, is they start too loud to begin with. Because the guitar is actually not that dynamic of an instrument. You don't have very many dynamics like other instruments where you can really get soft and really get loud. So if you start too loud on the guitar right away, you have nowhere to go. So you really need to make sure that your bass level is somewhere in the middle, and that way you can get quieter or louder. So don't pick too hard or strum too hard when you're starting off. You need to have your dynamics starting somewhere in the middle so you have some place to go up or down. So that's an explanation of dynamics. Go ahead and move on to the next lesson where I'm going to talk about cut time. And be sure to download the e-guide. All the diagrams are in there. And be sure to subscribe because we had at least one new lesson every day.